a problem threading your needle? Well, if you do, why don't you join me and I'll show you my tricks and tips on how to thread a needle. Hi, I'm Shirley and this is Alchemy Needlework, and if you're new here, thank you very much for joining me, and if you're subscribed and you're a recent subscriber, thank you very much for your support. And today this video is all about threading your needle. I'm going to show you 4 methods I use to thread my needle. You can use a dampened sponge, any sponge will do. This is just one of those that you use for a stamp, but to show you that any sponge will do, this is a clean makeup sponge. Make sure it's clean. This has never been used on my face, so I just use it, have it lying around, dampen it and have it lying around, except for the cats do decide to play with it, so I have to find another one. Trials of being a cat owner. First thing about your thread, if you've been using it, make sure that it's even and that the ends are blunt. So just give it a little haircut and dampen it. You don't have to soak it, just dampen it. Voila, in it goes. You can do that with 1, 2, 3 or 4, or how many silks you want to use. So that is method number 1. Now this method is something I've only recently learnt. So get your index finger, wrap your silk, cotton, thread, whatever you're using, over your finger, hold it with your, pinch it with your thumb, and just lightly rest your second finger against it. So if you just rest your second finger against it, get your needle, place it over the eye of the needle over the thread, and just wiggle and wiggle, and you can loosen it off, and then you should have a bit to come through like that, and voila, your needle's thread. You can use that again with a single, double. I've never tried it with a 3 or 4. Yes, I have. I've done it with a 3, but I don't think I've done it any more than that one. So that is the finger method. I've got my thread and I'm just going to loop it and thread it through. If it wants to behave, that is. There you go. Needle's threaded, and if you want a single thread, you just pull it through so you have a single thread. So that is the loop method. Now, this is the method that guarantees 100% results. That's unless the needle threader breaks. But even so, you can still thread your needle. Now, needle threaders come in all shapes and sizes. The one I prefer is this one. This is a multi-purpose threader. I can thread from a size 26 to a tapestry with 1 thread to a tapestry wool with this threader. So it's a good multi-purpose one. I've got 2 of these. I'm forever losing my needle threaders. So that's one type. You can get some that have got really fine wires that you can go through. They're for machines, and you can do it with your fine 28s. But I find that they have a tendency to break. These tend to be a little bit more sturdy. All you need to do is pop the needle threader through the eye of the needle, pick your thread up. Now with this one I tend to go with the loop and then through there and pull and release, and your needle and thread are together. The other one is just as easy. As I said, it'll do a tapestry needle right down to a 26-28. The finer the needle, the less gap you have at the bottom, and then you're going to hit where this is going to be too thick to go through. And I think a 28 might just be one of those. Any finer than that, I can't see the eye of the needle. And then you just pull through. And that is how you thread your needle. I hope you've enjoyed this video showing you the 4 methods I use to thread my needle. If you did, could you please give this video a good thumbs up? Perhaps leave a comment. If you've not subscribed, could you consider subscribing? And I'll see you. And especially if you like all things regarding needlework. If you want to see my progresses on whips, new starts and some stitch alongs plus how-tos, please do. And I hope you join me in my next video. So just keep stitching.